What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another episode of the PGA Tour schedule simulator video. For today, we are playing, I had it written down, there's like a couple names for this course, which was a little bit strange. I kind of had a tough time finding it. Harbour Golf Links. It was listed as, I think, Sea Pines, but this is in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, home of the RBC Heritage from April 18th to 21st. And doing something a little bit different. I was actually planning on doing this for the Masters, but there was only one tee box option. This one, still kind of nursing, coming back. Didn't hit a club for about 2 weeks before that last round that I just played. Nursing kind of still my twisting ab type of injuries, but I'm going to see. I always play the tournament or furthest back tees on these videos, but we're going to see how low, probably not very today, but what I can shoot playing from the women's or the furthest up tees for a change. So a little bit of a twist here, trying to just change things up a little bit, but let's see what I can do from, I think it was called the Palmetto tees. There's not, some of these courses have kind of strange names for some of the tee boxes, but usually the standard courses you got men's, women's, or like blue, black, red, white, etc. But this is just basically the closest tee box. We're going to see what happens here, but again, Harbour Golf Links. See what happens. Swing actually felt decent for not hitting a club purposely for about 2 weeks to try to heal up. Swing felt decent. It's really nice out today. It's about 62, 63 degrees. I'm planning on hopefully coming out tomorrow as long as I don't injure anything in this round. Calling it quits after this one. But tomorrow's supposed to be even warmer, about 65, which I'm looking forward to. So swing is nice and loose, warmer out today. I'm sure fatigue will creep in a little bit, but was hitting it halfway decent on the first video I just did for the Masters. Got my green hat on, but score didn't necessarily reflect that, so that's why I was saying I don't know. Usually from the closest tee box I would be able to shoot a little bit better. This one may. We'll see what happens, but real quick for the rundown, everything's linked down below in the description. I would appreciate if you guys check out those Amazon links. Garmin Approach R10 behind me on a DIY level stand, Country Club Elite mat, Callaway Super Fast balls, DIY stance mat, 10x7 nets, and Home Tee Hero you're seeing within the Garmin Golf app. So let's go here. First tee shot from the closest tees. This may be the first time ever playing with an option. Some courses I've played only have one tee box, like the Augusta just was, but I don't think I've knowingly and purposely selected the closest tee boxes before. So could be a channel first, but let's see what we got. 303, par 4. I may have to revisit this type of video primetime golf season when I'm hitting it better. Not bombing it, and I'm trying to still swing a little bit easier right now, but it would be fun primetime golf season when I'm hitting it better to play some of these par 4s from shorter distances. But see what happens here. Hopefully just get off with a halfway decent tee shot here. High on the face, it's going to be up the left. Or not. It wasn't a terrible swing, I just thought that was going to be more left than right. I was going to mention before, I had some questionable reads. That was kind of similar to what I've been seeing the past couple times come out here, but last round I just played at Augusta. The R10 did a really good job, must be having a good day with the warmer weather or whatever. Every single shot, when I felt like I swept across it and faded it a little bit, it showed up. I was really happy with how the R10 was reading. That one a little bit questionable. I thought that was going to be up the left. Garmin had it up the right, but it is what it is. It was still a halfway decent shot. 45 yards. We're in the rough, so call it another 5. We need right about 50. Going approach wedge. Toey popped it up. Not terrible though. I knew it was going to be to the right, which it was, but inner circle, we'll take that. May have been a little bit generous there based on how I hit that, but birdie. We'll write that off to the forward tees here. Second hole, par 5. Be cool if I shoot like 10 under, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. I mean, then again, 379 yard par 5. We got a chance here. Dogleg right. So we'll go right about here. And actually there's water up there on the left, so we'll favor the right just a little bit. 270 right there. I mean 379, that's like par 4 distance. And we got a par 5 out of this from the forward tees, so I think name of the game for this round is I want to try to hit it, obviously as good as I can, but more so distance, I think. As long as I keep things in play, maybe dial things back a little bit, even if I'm swinging closer to 75%, if I keep things in play and give myself a look, with this pretty significant drop in distance from these tees, should be able to do halfway decent, I think, as long as I keep things out of trouble. Not terrible. That one felt more like a fade, so that one should be up the right, and we aimed right. Go over those trees. Go. 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 Not the best swing in the world, but that was a good read from the R10. Alright, second shot into this par 5. Could see maybe a couple eagles if I get lucky. 126, and we're in the rough, so it's going to be another 13 yards on top of this, so 139. We're going to go choke down 9. Struck it decent, a little bit toey. That should fade as well, I think, a little bit. Hopefully I didn't put too much on it. Oh, that one started left and stayed left. I thought that I came across it a little bit, but I mean, we're on the green in 2, so is that another bird, I think? Yep. All right, we'll see if we can keep this going. Par 3s, I'm sure I'll give some strokes back, but short par 4s and really short par 5s. Again, if I keep things in play, should be decent. 2 under through 2. Third hole, par 4, 294. We got trees, so we're going to favor up to the right a little bit. I'm just worried about these pine trees over here beginning on the left. I don't want to catch that branch if I can help it. Gonna try. Been experimenting a little bit with a little bit more of a straighter, almost fade type shot versus the draw I played almost all, or tried to play almost all last year, but I'm gonna try for this one to start it right and at least keep it straight, or maybe turn it over a little bit left. Game's not in a place right now to where I'm shaping it on command by any means, but well, it started right. I don't think it's gonna come back a ton. I was trying to a little bit, kind of just blasted it out to the right. Stay short of that water. Alright, 263 into the rough. We gotta go up and over that tree, but we're in play. Started it where I wanted out to the right, but just didn't release the club enough for it to come back. Alright, gonna have to get kind of lucky here. We're going right into and or over this tree. So, do I want to put a little bit extra on it because there's a very high chance we catch this tree. 56 down 1, and we're in the rough. So that brings us to 60. It's approach wedge no matter what, but I don't know, we'll see. I guess I'll play 60-65, we'll see what happens. Decent strike, hopefully I didn't put too much on it. Ooh, it caught the tree though, go! Ooh, that was a massive bounce. Wow, well that's one way to get inside the inner circle. That was extremely lucky, but that was more down to just a very lucky bounce. We got another bird. Hey, off to a decent start here. The camera's still going too, so should be able to capture it. So, we're on the birdie train. 3 birdies through 3 holes. 4th hole, par 3, 86 yards. Alright. Approach wedge, and I need to just get this distance somewhat right. Can't be short, and I can't be left. I'm gonna leave it there. Alright, let's see. My swing in general in this club is not dialed to where I want it to be, so trying to hit 86 on the dot. Let's see what happens. Hit it good. It was toey. Hopefully that's not, I have a feeling that could be on the long side. It is a little bit, but I'll take the par. Honestly, if I can par the par 3s and then sprinkle in the birds for 4s and 5s, we'll have a pretty substantially low score here. 5th hole, par 5. Water all along the left, 254 right there. Hole is 412. Better swing. Club face was still a tad open, but that was better. Better swing, better launch. Take that all day long. All right. 139 up 1. 140. Choke down 9. Oh, that was really thin and left. More thin than it was left. So it should catch the green, but landed soft for us too, luckily. Not the best strike in the world, but we got it to work. Birdie. That was just a little bit of a kind of a straight pull, if there is such a thing. It just started left and stayed left. It wasn't like a shank left, but 6th hole, par 4, 4 under through 5. 306. I like this layout though, not as much to contend with here, so we're gonna go right about there, and let's see if we can hit another similar drive to that last one. I wish I wasn't dealing with any type of injuries, obviously, because a warmer day like today, this is the warmest 2 days that it's probably been all year, or up there with it. Days like today, I like, if I was 100% healthy, going after things and swinging at it, but low in the face, but it was hit relatively hard. Should be pretty straight. Lower launch, but that's kind of a low piercing. Oh, and it caught the fairway too. All right. Not great, not terrible. That was out of the, well, as opposed to heel and toe. That was the middle of the face, it was just really low. 43 left. Go approach wedge, I suppose. Pulled it left. That might be off the back. That's probably closer to 50, 55 maybe. Oh, landed soft. I thought I hit that a little bit harder than maybe I did. I like 50 yards with that club, and I like hitting it close to full. Those in-between numbers, though, I'm struggling with. Par on that, unfortunately, I guess, for the type of yardage we had, but I mean, as long as we're 4 under, as long as I don't have any bogeys or blow-up holes. 7th hole, par 3, 107. Approach wedge again. Gonna just try, hit this about 100. Toey, and I popped it up, but should be in the ballpark, I think. Sit, sit. Decent shot. A little bit long. That's the problem with that club. I choked down almost to the same point to where I hit like a 50, 60, 70 yard shot. I just swing more with that, but I choked down the same amount, and I can get, which is good and bad, but 100 and whatever that was, 110-ish with choking down about the same amount, just hitting it harder as opposed to like 50 or 60. I think I mentioned in the last video, I maybe need to experiment. That approach wedge is 50, actually I think I said it wrong too. This approach wedge is 51 degrees. I think last video I mentioned getting an extra wedge in the bag possibly, and I think I mistakenly said in between the pitching wedge and approach wedge, but I meant to say in between the approach wedge and 56. So maybe if I can go 54-ish, or maybe 54 and bend it to 53, just to kind of space things out a little bit better. I don't know. 8th hole, par 4, 4 under, 328. Gotta work on the swing first and foremost, worry about clubs after, but I did really like these irons definitely a lot more than my other ones. Not that there was anything wrong with those Sim 2s, but these I think are just more suited for where my game is now and where it's going forward. The other ones were 2 loft-jacked, kind of chunkier game improvement irons, but I did like my gapping. Because those things were so loft-jacked, I had pitching wedge, 48, 52, 56, 60. With that other setup I had. More options and more club selections with those scoring type of clubs, which is always good. I hit it hard again, but it was just low in the face. I'm falling back a little bit on it. Kind of, again, a low piercing runner up the middle. Not very far, because it barely got off the ground, but 247 in the fairway. I don't hate that swing though. It'd be cool if I could do that on command when it's like windy out. Do like a low piercing, almost a driver off the deck type of swing, keep it below the wind, but I'm not trying to do that here, so. 87 again, approach wedge. We'll see. I hit it good, a little bit toey, but might have put too much on it again. Yeah, I mean, it's on the green, it's just that was 100 instead of 80, whatever we needed. Par. Well, so much for birdies on the 4s and 5s. Got a decent score going though. 1 hole left here on the front 9. We're 4 under through 8. 9th hole, par 4, 260. Okay, I like this. This is a good distance if I hit it halfway decent with a driver. Primetime golf season, I'm not hitting driver because hopefully I would be if I hit a decent 10, 20, 30 yards off the back. But right now, 260 with driver seems about right from how I've been hitting it. So let's see if I can put this on. Might have the distance, but it was right. Club face was open. We got it there, 262. About pin high, just right. I think it was my watch that rattled, but I heard like a slight rattle when I hit that. Haven't exactly been in love with that Stealth 2 since I cracked my Sim 2 and got this one. So I'm kind of almost hoping that like the face falls off on this one and I can contact TaylorMade for a warranty claim again, but obviously not going to purposely do anything to it to break it. 19, we're in the rough, so I need 22-ish. Go 60. Pulled it left. It's probably going to be closer to 25, but it'll be on the green. Wow, that landed really soft. Definitely feel is not quite there because the R10's been reading things good today. So take the birdie. Must just feel like my feel's off for, I know I hit that a little bit left, but I thought that was going to be on the longer side. Landed soft too, but all right, we're 5 under through 9. Onto the back 9, 10th hole par 4. Gonna grab a drink quick. This is honestly, if you would have asked me at the beginning of this round where I think I would be after 9, this is better than I thought it would be. I would have been happy with like 1, 2, or 3 under. Let's see if we can keep it going. Maybe add to it a little bit. 10th hole par 4, 313. Again, anyone that's maybe skipping through the video or tuning in halfway through or whatever the case may be, I'm playing the furthest forward tees, so keep that in mind. And no, I don't do that. This is, I think, the only time I've ever done it, so. Low, low, low on the face. Straight again, though, it's just low miss hit. It's about what we needed, though. Obviously, I'd like to be hitting it better off the tee, but I mean, 71, considering these holes are so short. We're in the rough, so we need 78.1 to be exact. Going approach wedge. That one felt like, I don't know if I put enough on it, but we'll see. Yeah, a little bit shorter. Not the best shot, but at least my sense of what I did or didn't do there was a little more accurate. On the green though, par. Ideally, obviously you'd like to be, your feel and your touch is all there, so when you're trying to hit good shots, you can actually feel like you're doing that. It's not exactly the most comforting space to be when you're not hitting it particularly great and you also don't have a feel for how far and what the result is going to be after you hit some of them. But 5 under through 10, 11th hole par 4, 285. All right. Low likelihood of getting it there, especially how low I've been hitting it on the driver. But as long as we put something up there, 260-ish, if I can talk, anywhere between 250 and 270. Should have just a short little wedge into this green. Try to hit up on this one a little bit more. Better. Towards the middle of the face, but it was still a tad low. But it's going to be pretty straight up the middle. That should be 270-ish, I think. That might even roll up. Go. 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 272. That's kind of unfortunate. That's going to be a +3. Good shot, good drive. I'll take that all day long, but unfortunately, I would have liked to have my chances there to try to chip it. Fortunately, it's an auto +3. Still, I would have thought, I've been saying it for what, 2 years now? It would have been cool if Garmin gave you that option. If like an option popped up and said, take the +3 or take a chance and gamble. Because obviously if you take the +3 there, it's +3. But if you had the option, I'm hitting 1, and if I get inside the inner circle, I'm saving a stroke. But they haven't done that yet. At this point, they're probably not going to. 5 under, 12th hole, par 4, 260. All right, well, see if we can do it again. We got trees, but I'm just gonna leave it there and see if I can hit it. Don't even need as much as I hit that last one, but we gotta, again, try to swing up on it a little bit more and launch it up and over these trees. Hit it pretty good again. Started a little bit left. We got through the trees. That's gonna have to sit though. All right, take that all day long. That was even actually hit better than the last one. That's a good miss right there. Distance is coming back a little bit with this warmer weather. 23 yards in the rough. That's a good miss. I'll live with that all day long. We need 25. Going 56. Drop kicked it, but it was straight. I actually might have a chance to go in. We'll see. Landed soft. It was right at it though. Sometimes you never know. I hit that fat on course. That would have been a chunk and been even shorter, but with these artificial mats, as you guys probably know if you're R10 users and your mat is anything similar, you catch it heavy and the ball or the club basically skips off the mat and almost accelerates into the ball versus chunking it, pulling up grass. Another par though, so we're staying steady at 5 under. I'd like to add a couple to this, but 13th hole, par 4, 309. Let's see if we can make it 3 good drives in a row. Pretty similar, a little bit lower, but started left, should be a pretty good drive up the middle. All right, I'll consider that. I mean, we're in the bunker, but that was 280, and those were 3 very similar strikes in a row. Decent speed, good distance, good contact, or at least better contact. Still not flushing it by any means. I don't think I've hit a flush drive all day today, but that's a good drive for right now. 32 yards in the bunker. And it looks, generally, as I've said, sometimes you never know what you get out of these bunkers. It looks like pretty shallow. Usually you can tell if it's a steeper bunker and it's going to play longer than the 20% if there's a shadow around the edge. But this looks like it's pretty shallow, so should play pretty close to 20, maybe 25%. 32, 20% is going to be 6, which brings us to 38. So anywhere between really 38 and 40-ish, I think we'll get it done. I'm gonna try the 56. I usually don't go much more than 35 with this, but let's see if I can get 40. It's about what I wanted. Hopefully it's not too much. Yeah, a little bit too much. That's alright though. Should be another par. I don't know how many times at this point I've said it, but I really need to come out here and hit wedges for like 2 hours. And not just once. I need to do that like multiple times to where I am dialed in, and those are better clubs, if not the best clubs in my bag, confidence-wise and performance-wise. 5 under still, 14th hole, par 3, 108. Well, it's gonna be an approach wedge, and hopefully I hit it right around a hundo to get it over this water. Gonna give it a little bit extra, I think, towards 115-ish, just to get it over, but oh, that was very toey. We'll see. Ooh, landed next to it, luckily. Another one of those halfway decent misses. Pretty poor strike, but considering how much I swung at that, if I connected on that, that would have been way off the back. So luckily I kind of mishit it, and it was close to the distance we needed for a par. All right, 15th hole, par 5. Hopefully this is a short one. 399, shorter. We need a birdie here. Yeah, see that? That went through the first net. That should be again. That was pretty decently struck. Still a little bit low, but I should be in the 270 ballpark again, I think. 280. All right, that's, what is that, 4 in a row? 5 in a row? That was not expected. This net has been holding up really well, but that one went through here. This must be where I hit, obviously, a lot. That one went through this first part, and the second and third net caught it. I'm gonna have to eventually, sooner than later, fix that top part, although I haven't put one over yet. I thought I might have, and then I'll probably have to buy a couple more nets, maybe put it over the front part just to reinforce things a bit. All right, we got to look at it here. 135. This should be, I like that distance, and I think this is the first time I can hit a full stock pitching wedge today. So let's see if I can do it. 135 on the dot. Perfect full pitching wedge number. Pretty decent strike. Popped it up just a tad, but that should be pretty darn close. It's a good strike. Yep. Birdie. Those, oh, eagle. That was a par 5, I forgot. Let's go. I love, this was such a good decision, switching over these 770s and 790s. A strike like that, that just feels, it feels so good when you connect on it and hit it right out of the middle. It just, you guys have played forged player style clubs, you know what I'm talking about. The game improvement, there's not a massive difference. You have to be pretty particular to tell a huge difference, especially the longer irons between these and like my old Sim 2 players distances, but definitely the 770s I can tell. The 790s, they're a little bit chunkier, 4, 5, and 6. They honestly feel pretty similar to the Sim 2s, but definitely 8, 9 pitching wedge and approach wedge without the speed pockets, the fully forged face and the head. You can tell when you hit it good or hit it bad. That feedback is nice. 7 under, 16th hole, par 4, 256. What do we do here? Where's the green? Did we do it? I don't want to, but I'm not going to, because I've been hitting the driver decent. That 256 number, if I hit them like I did the past 4 or 5, we're going to be 20, 30 yards off the back. So, plus you have the issue of catching trees that way. I'm going to take my medicine and go this way, and hopefully Go 233-ish right there. I'm gonna hit 4 hybrid. We can go a little bit that way. 4 hybrid, and then have hopefully like an approach wedge into this green. A little bit of a sensible play here. Caught a heavy. It's going to be up the right. Hopefully it's enough to get over the bunker. It's going to be about what we needed. Caught the bunker and bounced out, but not the best strike in the world by any means, but that was the smarter play. Hopefully just catch this green and get out of here with a par. Kind of a strange layout. So we got 81, down 1, and we're in the rough, so 88. Approach wedge. Toey, but I struck it good. Hopefully that's not too much. That could be closer to 100 because I pulled it a little bit too. Landed soft, 89. I knew it was going to be a little bit on the long side, but we're on the green, so it's going to be a par. Hopefully there's another, well, we only got 2 holes left. 17th hole, par 3. Hopefully the 18th is a par 5. We can either birdie or maybe eagle it. Eagle it, probably not, but I mean, we're 7 under. 121. I could either do choke down pitching wedge or I could go full approach wedge. I think we're going to go full approach wedge. When I was hitting this good, when I first got these clubs when it was a little bit warmer, I was seeing about 125 when I hit this full and good. So we're going for that. If I don't catch it great, still should be 120-ish or even. So what do we have? We have 121. So even 110, 115 should be front side of the green. I mean, this is the club I'm going to hit, but I'm just trying to figure out how much I can miss it. And then if I hit it 125 or even 130, that should put us backside of the green, I think. So let's see. Popped it up a bit, but definitely have the distance. 131. Warmer weather. Ball's flying a little bit further back here. I can swing quicker. Possibly a little bit of a slight misread there. I did swing kind of hard at it, but that was a bit popped up. Granted, it is an approach wedge, it's 51, so it's pretty lofted in the first place, but I hit that kind of out of the toe, and I popped it up, so I'm kind of surprised that went that far, but, all right. We're in the middle of the fairway to start this. All right, 18th hole, par 4, we're 7 under, 327, and I just need to, I don't even care about these trees as much. I just need to go that way and not put something in the water. Club face was open. We aimed right, and that's going right. Strain out a little bit for me, or get past the trees. Alright. Wasn't as good as the other ones, but we'll take that. 264 on a miss hit. Club face was just a bit open on that. That was actually a better launch, though. That was more towards middle, almost a little bit high on the face as opposed to the lower ones. Alright, 83, down 1 in the rough. So 82 plus 8 or 9, we need right about 90. Going approach wedge, we'll see. Kind of a guessing game with these in-between numbers, but see if I can get 90. hit it good again. I think that was a little bit toey as well. That might be long. Sit, 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 sit. No, sit, sit, sit. Oh no. Oh no, that's not how we wanted to finish. That was dumb. I hit that way too good. That sucks. +3. Well, I didn't expect that. So that was the only bogey. I'm very surprised that just finished on a +3. I don't know how that happened. I guess into the water where it crossed I would have dropped, which was inside the +3 area, I guess. Oh, that sucks. At least though it was only a bogey because we were so close, but if I stuck that green, oh well. Alright, let's take a look at this. From, again, like I mentioned, Sea Pines Resort. I guess it's a secondary name, but this is on the PGA Tour schedule. It's Harbour Golf Links in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, home of the RBC Heritage from April 18th to 21st, which is when you guys should be seeing this video. Again, tried something a little bit different. Forward tees here. We ended up with a 6 under 65. So abnormally low, obviously, from the tee boxes we selected, but felt like I struck things pretty good. Kind of surprised on the fairways. I was hitting driver very good, but I guess some of them were through the fairway or whatnot, but only 4 out of 14 fairways hit. Greens regulation, that's really good. That's about obviously as good as I can hit it. 17 out of 18. 32 putts, not too bad. Honestly, a little bit on the high side, but I mean 31 on the front, 34 on the back. So we were, what, 5 under on the front and 1 under on the back. That eagle on 15 definitely helped. Definitely played a little bit better score-wise on the front. The back were mostly pars, that eagle, and then that bogey to finish it into the water off the rocks, and then a drop for a +3. But kind of is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I had a good time playing both this round and the last one. Feels good to get out here in warmer weather. Swing feels decent. Who knows? Expectations were low. Generally speaking, I tend to play a little bit better when I come out here with lower expectations, without kind of extra pressure I put on myself, kind of swing a little bit freer. So I was pretty happy overall. Hit most of my shots pretty square, all things considered. I'm relatively happy of how I was swinging it, so hopefully that continues. Gonna rest up. Don't feel like I injured anything or made anything worse, so I do plan on coming out here tomorrow, because we've had a pretty big stretch of pretty crappy weather, and like 63 like I said today. Tomorrow is supposed to be about 65, so a couple degrees even warmer, and then we've got another stretch of crappy rain for at least another like week. So these were the 2 days I had to come out here, but feels good to get back into the swing of things and play halfway decent. The forward women's tees helped out. Actually, it might even be, so they're probably not even women's tees actually. They're probably like the youth tees. Again, it said like Palmetto, but I'm thinking from courses that I played, it goes, yeah, usually the yellow is, I'm thinking, in front of the reds. So maybe we played the youth tees. Either way, it was the furthest forward tees. Decent score-wise, hit it pretty good, so all is good in my book. But I'm gonna wrap this one up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Check out those Amazon links, like I said. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, maybe share the video, leave me a comment, even a one-word comment down below, good, bad, or indifferent, and I'll see you guys at the next course.